What if our sun is a black hole? Yeah. Have you ever wondered what would happen if our sun suddenly turned into a black hole? Would Earth be swallowed? Would the solar system collapse? Or would we be drifting in eternal darkness? Let's unravel the cosmic mystery. To understand what might happen, we first need to understand what a black hole really is. A black hole is a region in space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape its pull. It forms when a massive star collapses under its own gravity at the end of its life. But here's a twist. Our sun is not massive enough to ever become a black hole naturally. It's considered a medium-sized star and will end its life as a white dwarf, not a black hole. But for the sake of this thought experiment, let us imagine our sun somehow collapsed into a black hole of the same mass, without going supernova or affecting the planets directly during the transition. What would that mean for Earth and the rest of the solar system? Surprisingly, if the mass of the sun stayed the same, Earth's orbit wouldn't change. Gravity depends on mass, not the form that mass takes. So if the sun's mass suddenly compressed into a tiny black hole, its gravitational pull would remain exactly the same from Earth's distance about 93 million miles away. That means Earth would keep orbiting the black hole, just like it orbits the sun today. However, there would be drastic changes. The first and most obvious consequence: total darkness. The black hole wouldn't emit any light. The sun, our primary source of light and energy, would vanish from the sky. Within just 8 minutes of the time it takes sunlight to reach Earth, we would be plunged into complete and permanent night. Plants would stop photosynthesizing almost immediately. Within days, temperatures would begin to drop. After a week, the average surface temperature on Earth would fall below freezing. Within a year, it could dip to minus 100 degrees Celsius. The surface of Earth would become too cold for most life forms to survive, but not all life would vanish right away. Deep-sea ecosystems around hydrothermal vents could continue to exist at least for a while. These unique ecosystems rely on heat and minerals from Earth's interior, not sunlight. Human life might persist for some time underground or in specially built habitats powered by nuclear or geothermal energy. Over time, the Earth's surface would freeze solid, and the oceans would begin to form thick layers of ice. Only the deepest parts of the oceans might remain liquid for thousands, or even millions of years, thanks to geothermal heat. Another strange effect would be the night sky. With the sun gone, stars would dominate the sky during what used to be the daytime. The sky would be filled with constellations, galaxies, and if you looked in the right direction, you might even see a faint ring of light, the accretion disk of the black hole, glowing from distant gas or dust being sucked in. But here's the thing: our sundos and T have enough mass to attract nearby objects into a feeding frenzy like we see in some black holes at the center of galaxies. If it turned into a black hole with the same mass, it wouldn't pull in the Earth or any planets unless they got significantly closer. So despite the darkness and cold, Earth would not be devoured. Over time, however, the solar system could become unstable. Without the sun's solar wind and electromagnetic influence, outer planets' orbits might slowly shift due to gravitational perturbations from other stars passing nearby. Asteroids and comets, no longer pushed away by the sun's radiation, might behave unpredictably. Would we ever escape? Maybe, if humanity survived long enough to develop advanced interstellar technology. We could attempt to migrate to another star system. But such a journey would take decades or centuries, even with future propulsion methods. And that's if we had time left before ecosystems collapse completely. Alternatively, we could try to artificially replace the sun. Some scientists have proposed the idea of giant space mirrors to reflect light and heat back to Earth, or massive fusion reactors in orbit to emit sunlight-like radiation. But these ideas remain in the realm of science fiction for now. Let's not forget the psychological effects. A black sky at noon, the loss of the familiar sun, and the sense of doom might affect human behavior profoundly. Culture, economy, and society as we know them would likely collapse if we were not prepared. So what have we learned? If our sun became a black hole of equal mass, gravity would stay the same, and Earth's orbit wouldn't change. But everything else would. Light would disappear, temperatures would plunge, ecosystems would collapse, and life, if it survived, would be nothing like it is today. Thankfully, this is only a thought experiment. In reality, our sun is stable, with about 5 billion years of life left. It will never become a black hole. But imagining such scenarios helps us appreciate how fragile and rare our conditions on Earth really are. Space is full of strange possibilities, and black holes remain one of the most fascinating. But for now, we can rest easy under the warm glow of our friendly neighborhood star. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more mind-bending what-if scenarios from the universe.